Rexford, what sounds do you hear? Hear the bird over to the right? What about the train off in the distance? Way up there. You hear it, Trey? Hear it, Rexford? Yeah? There's people behind us? There's a train. Folks, I've been in a lot of places in my life. Today, I believe, is the first day I've been in the great state of Iowa. And I gotta tell you, I've never felt a more peaceful state in my entire life. Right here in the heartland. Look at this place, man. Look how green it is. So peaceful. Hear the man cleaning out the back of his truck with the broom. Hear that, Rexford? Listen, son. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You should listen twice as much as you talk. You're not learning anything when you're talking. He's sweeping out his truck. Hear that? By doing that, it's helping him relax from sitting all day driving. Clear his mind, thinking, maybe praying, and maybe, who knows, talking to his wife on the phone, who knows. Nothing wrong with manual labor. Remember this, son, dirty hands equal clean money. Car door. Car exhaust. Drag that truck out by the sounds of it. This is your grandfather's car right here. Airplane. You can do that one day if you want to. Yes, sirree. Blue that sky is. Look at that. I've never seen that before in my life. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Iowa Department of Transportation. No smoking on rest area grounds except in enclosed personal vehicles. That means in your freaking car with the windows up. Nobody else will smell that shit. That's what it smells like. Nasty old shit. Iowa, my newest favorite state. Yeah, favorite is a word. Where I come from, it's the bestest. It's just the favorites. Look at those trees, man. That's the tree of life. 2 of them. 3, 4. I was to tell you, Mammy Rexford, she could have anything off all these trees. Anything that grows on any of these trees. Except for that one on the other side of that gas tank. You know what she'd do? That'd probably be the first one she went to. Tell the bitch she can't do something, she's gonna do it. Here she's working at a strip club now, down in Pensacola, after sending me a message when I was at the Denver airport. I took a picture of a woman. I took a picture of this woman from behind. We were getting on the train, and all you could see was her hat. She had a nice new hat on. She's going to her bachelorette party at Vegas out of Denver. She had a pretty hat on, and her hair was beautifully, just perfectly colored. And I took the picture from like the middle of her back up. So all you could see was her hair and her hat. You couldn't even see her face or anything. And I posted it on social media. I thought it was a pretty picture. So my daughter-in-law, Jessica Stevens' baby mama, sends me a message. As the daughter of a 4-year-old girl, I find it concerning that you're taking pictures of a woman. I'm like every picture I've ever seen of you is titties everywhere. And you concerned about me taking a picture of a grown-ass woman, a beautiful picture that I showed the woman. She was appreciative of it to see how she looked from behind. And like I said, just her hair and her hat is all it showed. But she was upset that she was concerned as a mother of a 4-year-old daughter that, what the fuck is wrong with her? And every picture you look, so I posted side by side on Facebook or something, post my picture and a post of Jessica's, whatever her last name is, it ain't Hightower, Stephen's girlfriend / whatever, Rexford's mother. Lord help the boy. Yeah, every one of hers is titties. All titty all day. Now she's working in titty bar, managing the damn pony in Pensacola based on what she's got on social media. So she doesn't have a problem there managing girls taking their clothes off for money, but she's got a problem with me taking a picture of one classy looking lady. I personally like going to look at the titties. I'm all about some titties, but don't criticize me for taking a picture of one that don't show titties when all you do is titty all day, bitch. What the fuck you think you are? You think you're gonna keep me from seeing my grandson? You wrong. I'll walk right in that motherfucker in Pensacola. Then what you gonna do? Run me off? You gonna ask me to leave? You think I won't follow your ass home? Know where you live? Shit. Who you fucking with, bitch? You dealing with Hightower men now. We a whole nother level. Is that right, Hightower? You gonna learn, son. She set you up. She flew all the way to Mexico to fuck you and get pregnant. That's exactly what she did, and she got pregnant. If you think she took a double portion of a morning after pill, you're deceived, because he wouldn't have survived that shit. Been born as healthy as he was. That whole thing was a scam to get you. You were her mark, and she got you. Fortunately, you haven't married her yet. I hope you haven't done that, and I hope you don't do that shit, because that chick's evil. Your granny, my mother, said, when she come there and talk about all this shit that she does, I was kind of impressed with it. She's throwing the scriptures and stuff, and she does this and that. And you know what your granny said? She said, I ain't buying it. Granny was right. She usually was. She usually was. Your granny was a quiet woman. She'd sit there and listen and study. Once she pronounced it, that was it. If she didn't like you, you're done, son. You're done. If your granny didn't like you, she said, I'm done with you. Once she got done with you, ain't but one person I know that she would take back, and that's me. Because I was her heart. God rest her soul. Took care of that woman for 10 years. I don't mean wiping her ass and stuff, but I lived with my mother. She lived with me. We lived in a home provided by our cousin, Chris Wheeler. Evil bitch she is. Anyway. I ain't even gonna get in all that shit. Mother's gone, I'm happy. Now Chris Wheeler's got Uncle Joe living with her. Explain that shit. I'm just wondering he ain't dead yet. Looked after mother for 10 years, and then 3 or 4 months of her Wheeler taking care of her, she was DEAD, dead. I'll let that go too, I'm just stating facts. Mother took me to People's Bank of Alabama. They're in Locust Fork. Took me and her, went in the office with the manager, whoever, and we opened up an account. Mother's name was on it, and that was it. And she put me as the beneficiary. And if something happened to her, the money would be mine. I couldn't take money out of the account. Nobody else could but Mother. But anybody could put money in there. I could have if I wanted to. And matter of fact, I did. I'd give Mother money and she'd put it in there. She told me we had to pay Chris Wheeler rent. We wasn't paying no damn rent. Chris Wheeler told her she was moving down there. What she didn't foresee was me coming with her. So I'd give Mother money, you know, I'd give her a bunch of money. Near the end of her life, I paid. She had 4 credit cards, and she hated having bills. So while she was in the hospital, I didn't pay off 1, 2. I paid off 3 of the 4 credit cards. Paid them off clean. Where when she got out of the hospital, I said, "Mom, you ain't got nothing to worry about, but 1 more, and you'll be done." I paid 3 off. It can be proven too. Anyway, so me and Mother had discussed before she went in the hospital, you know, if I helped her pay one particular one off, that she'd add me to it that I could use it, so help build my credit up. So when the night right after that, she had 2 surgeries back to back, and she was out on her mind. So I went ahead and paid off 1, boom, 2, 3, and the third one was like a couple $1,000s I paid off. So then I put myself on there, me and her discussed. And then I began to use it, and I ran up maybe $2,000, not as much as I did paid off. I paid off like probably $3,000 or $4,000. Anyway, I was using it just to travel. And all of a sudden it got cut off. Okay. So Wheeler called me and sent me a message. Your mama's cut that off just so you know, so you don't get embarrassed. Yeah. Why didn't Mother call me and tell me? Wheeler did that shit. Chris Wheeler was also Mother's power of attorney. Could never understand why she'd do anything to help her. Then I don't even know why I'm going down this road. I guess I'm just documenting it. Anyway, my Mother's in the hospital, like late December, early January. I could prove I got the papers in my Jeep there. There was $13,000 in that account. $13,000. And on January 10th, after Mother went to live with Wheeler sometime in late December, I guess. On January 10th, $13,000 was transferred out of that account that I was a beneficiary on into an account that Mother and Chris Wheeler and Mother had an account with Chris Wheeler's name on it. $13,000 went to that account. Oh, Wheeler didn't know nothing about it. I don't know what your mama did with that money. She didn't know anything about it. Oh, bullshit. You tell me your name's on an account with Mother for years and years, you don't know nothing about it. As much money as you spend, you're fucking crazy. You damn well knew about it. I told my members, my family, Uncle Joe, nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a damn. Not one motherfucker called me when my mother died. Said, "Hey man, how you doing?" Nobody. One person that let me know was my brother, Steve. I had sent him a friend request like 8 years ago on Facebook, and he answered that request when Mother died. Said, "Well, Mama passed on." That's how he answered the friend request. I said, "That's a hell of a way to become a friend on Facebook. When your own damn brother telling you your mama died, and he ain't talked to me since." I ended up sleeping in the back seat of that car up there, down in Foley, Alabama, Gulf Shores, Mobile. The same damn town that my brother lived in and my son lived in. And neither one of them really cared enough to come get me or do anything about it. Finally, I just went over to Stephen's house. I just stayed 10 fucking days looking after my grandson. Finally, I just made up my mind it's time for me to get out of here. But my own damn brother didn't give a shit enough, didn't give a damn enough to. I even reached out to him. He didn't give a shit. Who gets the last laugh now? Who has one big ass thumb? What? This guy. I got a message for you people. All you people in my family. Every damn one of you. Hate to say it, but even you, Jonathan, you called me that talking about your dad. Didn't even bother asking me how I was doing since my mama died. And I'm sorry I didn't call you when your mama died, but you had a hell of a lot more support system than I did. Anyway, to Steve Hightower and Chris Wheeler, I got one thing to say. You can all go stick. 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. And when you get done, just stick the stink one right up your damn nose.